Hello everybody, it's me, Gabrielle Love. I'm back with another video. It's been a long time. Life has been happening, anxiety and all kinds of stuff has been keeping me away from making videos, but I decided maybe it's time to jump back on and talk to the people, say a little something. So I figured I'd do a little kind of a freestyle blurb type video where I'm just gonna I want to talk about dating while trans, dating being trans, because I kind of touched on it in one of my earlier videos about my dating experience and my life dating and my interests, but I don't ever really go too deep into myself personally because I like to talk more generally so that a lot of other people can not necessarily feel included, but, you know, see themselves or inject themselves in the situation and kind of figure out what they think based on what I'm saying, if that makes any sense. But so in previous videos, if any don't know, I've been trans for a long time, since I was around 11 to 12 years old, since like back in '94. Was I think when I probably transitioned full time, and it's been a bumpy road. A lot of people, especially men, cisgender men who are attracted to trans women, find that a lot of trans women are into sex work. I personally, like I've told in a previous video, it's been introduced to me several times without even being my knowledge, without even being my want or notion or my idea. So some man introduced it to me. It was his idea. And over time, you just kind of get a general idea of, oh, so that's what they think. That's what they're looking for. But at the same time, simultaneously, if you're an optimistic person, you still kind of got hopes like that. Not all. Like I say, I speak generally, but you still have that, well, not all of them. And you wait for that needle in the haystack. 20 years later, I'm still waiting. I found maybe 4 or 5 needle-like things in the haystack. Not necessarily needles, maybe 1 or 2 needles. But I digress. Dating while trans is very, very confusing because even with men, cisgender men dating cisgender women, it's a bumpy road. It's a rocky road, because you have 2 different types of people thinking 2 different types of ways, socialized in life, 2 different types of ways, not even the same, right? But when it comes down to being trans, and you have someone like the trans person, for example, me, who's thinking about, marriage like any other person, maybe adopting children, obviously, since I'm not going to be able to carry a baby, and nor do I want to. Back on track. But yeah. Adopting a child, getting married, but whereas the men who like trans women never think about marrying a trans woman, and they definitely aren't thinking about adopting no kids with a cisgender woman or a trans woman. So then it comes into that territory where you're dealing with people who don't think of you in a realistic way. You got guys who will tell you to your face that they see you as a normal person, as a regular person, but they don't think of you in a normal, regular way. And anything normal or regular you try to do, they'll try to strip that away from you with their privilege, their cisgender privilege, hetero privilege, male privilege, by making you feel like you're wrong for wanting good things in life for yourself. So then you demonize even when you try to get a little bit of money for your time and your efforts. Whereas a man can go through his whole life lying about his sexuality, lying to people, sneaking, paying escorts, manipulating young transvestites who just started dressing up into thinking that there might be more by going over to their homes and chilling with them and watching movies and doing drugs or whatever. And this might be a grown man that's well into his 30s chilling with somebody that's 22, that's thinking positively while he's thinking very stagnated. But who's going to admit that kind of thing? Because you won't get what you want if you admit those negative things. But I'm saying all that to say is that you got the guys who are thinking one way and they won't admit the truth. And then you got the trans people who are thinking, they start off thinking a normal, general, friendly, positive way. And then over time it gets bunched, balled up, crumpled up, and shifted into a very smaller piece of what you can have out of this whole. And for some people it makes them frustrated and angry. For some people it makes them not care. For some people, it makes them want to continue to strive to have those things that they want. But going back to the guys never care either way. They're going to jump to find somebody new who doesn't seem to have any wants, or who seems to only want their attention and nothing more past that. So I'm saying that to say that when you're trans and you're dating the same people, you dating in that same pool, you dating guys that watch transgender porn, you dating guys that go on escort sites, and even if you're not an escort and you're trans, you still dealing with the same guys. It's not different. They'll make you think it's different by telling you some societal BS. Society, like making you feel like you're better than a girl that's an escort, while at the same time keeping you the exact same secret, and you get less because you're not even getting paid. So does he really think more of you or less? Because he's going to play with your time. He's going to not give you the same empathy or thoughts towards your wants or care. He's only going to go off of whatever you say and nothing more than that. So what are you really getting? This is actually a challenge to some of the guys because, some of you guys, if you actually like T-girls as much as you say you do, then I would think that you would try to be someone more to them than someone that they just have sex with. Or at least be honest up front so that you don't have to run into problems where people are, you're dealing with somebody who wants vengeance because their feelings are hurt. Not because they're crazy or emotional, like emotions make somebody crazy. It's because somebody played with their time and played with their feelings and played with their emotions like it didn't matter. Because to you, the guy, it doesn't matter. It's not that serious. It's just something to do. But you have to admit those things to the people that you're doing it with. You can't just assume that just because you think somebody is something to do or doesn't deserve respect, that they think that too. You can't just assume that. You got to put that out there so that they can let you know, no, I don't agree with that. I don't subscribe to that notion, those thoughts. I don't feel that way. And you feel that way, but I don't. So we have to part ways as opposed to you just getting what you want out of anybody you find is attractive. I don't know. Dating as trans is very hard. I know dating in general is very hard, but this is just something food for thought for y'all to think about. Because, when you're trying to date, when you're a trans person that's trying to date and you're not looking to be a gold digger or use anybody for money, and you're just looking to date like a normal person, and you're looking to date a guy who says he sees you as a woman, you hope that he doesn't want to keep you being his attraction to you a secret. You would want to hope that he's going to be honest, that he wants to build a life with a trans person. So these are things that guys who like trans people should think about as you forge forward, because a lot of times, and this is just like I haven't always been a sex worker or in a sexualized industry online. So this is just to say that a lot of times when you deal with somebody with a guy who, even if he hasn't seen you online in that sexualized way, because he knows you're trans, he's still dealing with you in that way. Because a lot of guys that like trans women only know trans women through porn. Free online porn at that, not even paid stuff they pay for, just free stuff, free online porn, and free escort sites like Backpage or sites they can just go click on and look at pictures, or Craigslist, and they can go just scroll through pictures, making judgments, and never really delving deeper into who they are themselves or who you are, the trans person. So I wanted to get on and do a little chit chat about that, just to give a little food for thought. I wanted to do it quick and not make this a long rambling video where I talk at length about a topic that some of y'all probably don't even care about, but I'm trying to come back, man. I'm trying to make these videos. So prepare for another video from me soon. And for this video, just take that as some food for thought to, maybe help you in the future. Think past what you are comfortable with thinking, or what society or what they talk about, because there's a lot more out there than what they say or what you see commonly. So, just think about the nuances, just like my video that I did previously about perspective. This is just another level of perspective with the dating. So I'm Gabrielle Love. Subscribe to my Twitter. ERYCACANE is my handle online. ERYCACANE.com is my website. Peace and love.